How you doing, Manginas? Tanky Toddler here, bringing you guys Halo 4 gameplay, and this is pretty good gameplay, something entertaining. So anyways, let's get to the commentary, and it's going to be about toddler secrets. And I had promised a long time ago that I was going to do another series after Girlfriend Stories of Toddler Troubles, where I'll talk about all the times I've been in trouble, and some secrets that I've never really told people about. And so I'm going to start the secrets one right now. And it's not going to go as in, like, from when I was little all the way to when I'm older, like my Girlfriend Stories was going. I'm just going to share some different secrets that happen at different times. And so this secret is probably one of the biggest ones. The second, okay, there's two parts to this. There's one, I used to be a model. The second one, I used to be a dancer. And the dancing one is probably the bigger one. So anyways, let's get into it. So modeling. My modeling career was when I was little. I used to do these like little kid shows, runway competitions, and I was pretty good. Like, I was actually a pretty good kid. I mean, I was good looking, I guess, as a kid, if that's a thing. I can't believe they even have baby competitions, and it's not even like you know, they do toddler and tiaras. It's not quite like that, especially not then. So I wasn't like a toddler and tiara type thing. That wasn't me by any means. I wasn't a honey boo boo. But I did some modeling. And the modeling, I was in an agency, and so I modeled like different clothing. There's competitions by agency. It was a fucking weird thing. I was in a McDonald's commercial when I was in 1993. I played a really small. I was with a family. I didn't have his talking scene. I was in different magazines. I was in Crayola Kids a few times. Different magazines that I don't even know the names with. I don't remember. But I do like photo things. I had to dress up a different thing. I don't know. It was weird stuff. I really didn't make money off of it because I was a kid. I remember I have a $100 check that I still have saved for my McDonald's commercial. Back then, the $100 was worth a little bit more than it is now, but still pretty cool. So I could say I've been in a McDonald's commercial. I probably said that before in a commentary. I was asked to be in Sesame Street, and this is a story that I brought up before too. And how this one worked is that we were doing a competition, a runway competition. I was really good at runway. That was one of my main big things. You have to like go down the runway. You go to different spots on the runway and do a different pose. And people thought my poses were adorable, I guess, because I did pretty good at it, I guess. I don't know. So we had a free trip to New York for one of the things. It was this huge competition, so that was pretty cool. And that was like 1995. And so the producer of Sesame Street was there, and she had said that she wanted me to be in Sesame Street full time. And me, like back then, I would never talk to strangers. I was a really shy person, and it was really weird considering I did modeling, and I would go out on a stage in front of like thousands of people. So it's really weird, but that I would be shy. But we would have to live in Chicago, and at the time my mom couldn't move to Chicago. She had asked if she could drive me to Chicago every time we had to do the shows, but I'd have to live in Chicago. So unfortunately, I could have had an acting career, and I still give my mom shit about it. I'm like, Mom, I could have been on fucking Sesame Street. What'd you do to me? Why? Why did you not let me be on Sesame Street? She always tells me, you wouldn't have made it. You didn't even talk to people. You're really shy. I'm like, I would have fucking changed. All you have to tell me is I'm about to be on Sesame Street, motherfucker. I'm going to be on PBS for days. So, anyways, now on to the dancing one. And the dancing thing is more significant because I was dancing from 4 years old all the way until freshman year of college. I took a class. And when I say dancing, specifically, it was tap dancing. There was a couple years in between. I did jazz and I did hip-hop. I did not do ballet. I was not a fan, and I was not a fan of jazz or hip hop. Hip hop was kind of fun. I just don't have those moves, or didn't rather. But tap dancing, I was really skilled at tap dancing. I was a really good tap dancer, and it was actually fun. But it's one of those things that I couldn't tell my friends about because they would make fun of me, that type of stuff. Because I'm always a sports guy. Everybody kind of knows me as a person that plays sports, and I tell people like I dance, and I danced with like a couple of girls from my school, and they all thought it was pretty cool. But I was always nervous that they would tell people. So as I began to get older, I realized more people were okay with it and thought it was okay. Especially when I told them I just did tap dancing, they'd be like, "Okay, show it off." So I did a tap dancing move, and they're like, "Oh, dude, that's actually kind of cool." And so but it was always really embarrassing, and I always am still scared of telling people about it. especially because if I do it in college, I don't know, it's weird. I did it for a class. I did it for a college credit class, so it was pretty good. It was pretty easy, and I was one of the better ones in the class, even after taking off a year, because I actually got in trouble. Sorry, I had to cut it off there for a second, but I actually got in trouble with my dancing person and teacher because we always practice for a recital, you know what I mean? So you do these classes for a while that kind of teach you all the moves, different moves, and do all this stuff. And then you learn a dance for a recital or a competition. I used to be in competitive dancing, like we do these competitions. By the way, I could do a whole video about competition dancing later, and that shit is the craziest stuff I've ever been in. People take that shit way too seriously. It was a freak show, man. I hated it. I hated it. But anyway, so I got in trouble because I had hockey nationals the same weekend as I had my recital. So I told the teacher, and I was a big part of the thing. Because, you know, as a guy being a dancer, there's not very many of us. And so I was the main act, the main part of our dance thing. And, like, you know, I'd be in the middle. The girls would all be around me. And so I told her, I'm like, I can't be in it. And she was so mad, man. She'd hated me ever since then. I don't talk to her, obviously, anymore. But she got so pissed at me. She basically cussed at me. She didn't actually cuss at me, but she said, you don't even care about dancing. I don't know. She went off at me. And it was really embarrassing, but overall, it's like, I like dancing, but it's not the main part of my life, and it's fun, and I'm good at it, but I just, you know, it was just something fun to do, but it was really embarrassing to tell my friends about it, because, like I said, it's not really a mainstream thing to do, and it's not really a masculine thing to do, but I think people are starting to warm up with it, especially with like Dancing with the Stars and different dance shows. So you think you can dance, America's Best Dance Crew. There's a ton of dancing shows now, and a lot of guys are actually starting to get into that as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave your secret stuff and stay hairy, manginas.